Just doing a little video here showing what I do, just kind of what goes into a design of a model. Maybe you can learn something. If not, maybe at least you'll waste a couple of minutes. In this case, I've been hired or commissioned to design the Airbus A320neo. No idea what that means. Pretty much all these airliners look the same to me anymore anyway. First thing I do is I always go to Google and find pictures that show me details about what I want. This one here shows me the cockpit windows. This one shows me the general shape of the fuselage bulge, or the wing bulge. This is just a side view for a regular A320 Air France. I think the guy that commissioned me wants it in Air France markings, so I'll use this to figure out placement and what they look like. And this is when you go for a 3 view, this is generally what you want: top view, left side, and front view. Fortunately, this is just an A320-200, so I can't really use it, but I searched Google. See, this shows a close-up of what the bulge looks like on the Neo, the side view, and kind of a glimpse of the engine. It shows the bottom of the bulge, the panel lines where the landing gear go, kind of the bottom of the engines, nose gear. Generally markings on panel lines on the bottom of the engine or the plane. There's one I just thought it looked cool. Plus it shows more details on the side of the engines and the doors and the shape, kind of this weird flat shape in the fuselage. So I have to figure out how to capture. This one I'll probably use for a cover photo on the first page. This I found is a side view of the actual A320neo. I could not find a 3 view, so what I'm probably going to do is open this up in Photoshop. And I found a few other, like this one. I'm not going to open this one up in Photoshop too. And there was one more I found. Just more images. I'm trying to go towards photorealistic, just using pictures of the fan discs on these big jet engines, so that I don't have to hand draw them, which looks a lot better in my idea, because I don't have to worry about shading or anything. So I always look for pictures of the front fan disc in the front. Picture of the back of the engines, just so I kind of have an idea what they look like. Okay, this is a side view that I got. This is actually better than the other one, so I'm going to open this one up and get rid of this one. And there's one more. I found this little model, which is a 2.5D model. Basically, you fold this in half. I have no idea I guess you fold those over and it quadruple layers it for strength. And the wings and the engines and the tail. It's kind of, just to look at. I'll probably end up using this one because it's got the full engine. Okay, this is actually the A320neo overlaid over Boeing 737. I believe the green one is the neo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these 3 pictures, this front view, this top view, and this side view, and build my own 3 view. I don't want a new layer. I want a new page. I'm going to set it to 200 pixel resolution of 200 pixels. And then, just because I don't know how anything, I usually start off at 20 inches, a 20-inch square. Then copy and paste. Copy and paste. And copy, paste. And this gives me an idea what I'm dealing with. Okay. Now the first thing I need to do is clean up these pictures. So I need that later, so I'm going to hold it. I just gotta go in, and this is the tedious part. Make sure your eraser is set to 100% hardness. I basically get to spend time deleting all these lines, which I'm not going to put you guys through. I'm going to pause and then come back. Okay, I cut everything out of all those lines off, and yes, it was tedious. I also took the opportunity to remove the 737 overlay on the top view. Now, next thing we're going to do is notice how all 3 angles are slightly different from each other. What I'm going to do, when you set up your 3 view, you want top view always facing down, because that's the way Rhino is set up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the engines of this 320neo. I'm hoping, as I scale it up, make sure the 2 directions are linked, and I can scale it up. Hopefully just the engines are different, nothing else. Because what I can do, I'm actually using the pylons and trying to line up the pylons. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll get something lined up in one direction, click and link, and that blows up the whole thing. So what I'm noticing here is that it actually lined up the fuselage with just right. Wings, if you don't count the fin lights, because this one's got straight up and down fin, that's how this one has angled ones that angle out. We've actually got this one pretty much lined up. They're scaled up. So our top view and our front view are hopefully scaled. Now, the side view is going to be a problem. What I'm going to do, first off, we got to scale the thing. I got to get this thing big enough. I'm hoping it doesn't pixelate on me when I blow it up, though. What I'm going to do is rotate it 90 degrees. Use this view here to line up the nose, and line up, do our one-way stretch to the tail.